Hello, you guys! Oh my gosh, I haven't recorded in so long. It's actually kind of crazy holding a camera, but I just got back from Hanoi, Vietnam 2 days ago, and the jet lag is so real. I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, and it's 2 p.m. and I'm feeling fine actually. I even got my nails done.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free with me. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we wait.
I've honestly been kind of in like a filming hiatus, and I don't know where the time went because it's the middle of September. I feel a little crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, but something about coming back from Asia to the States is always such a weird feeling for me. It almost feels like I'm not supposed to be here. I don't really know how to like explain it, but all I can say is like the second that I landed in Vietnam, I felt like this instant feeling of happiness. I think something about being really near to my birthplace and being in Asia and being around Asian culture is so healing. I get so emotional about it because being biracial, I feel like it's like a blessing and a curse. Like I've been to American school, I've been to Japanese school. That's like a privilege that I'm so grateful that I've been able to experience because I think being exposed to the world is one of the greatest gifts. I identify with two cultures, but at the same time, it can feel really isolating because I don't feel American in America and I don't feel Japanese when I'm in Japan. So it creates a lot of like identity crisis in me, to be honest. But I feel so happy that I got to experience like a whole different country. I really want to explore Cambodia. I want to go to Thailand. My mom lives in Japan, so she's been to a lot of the countries around Japan. So I feel so jealous. Enjoy! I'm in the mood to vlog today, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. If you're confused at all with where I am, I'm in my living room. I live at my dad's house. Ugh. It's messy, but I live with men. I just got back from my walk, as you guys saw. It's 3 p.m. now. Let me show you guys my nails though, because we're in better lighting. It was funny because while she was like doing my nails, I changed my mind about the design and I was like, I'm so sorry, but can we do this instead? And that's kind of how I get my nail designs. I just go on Pinterest. So originally I wanted to do a little Vietnam haul, but honestly, I just unpacked everything and I put everything in like its designated spot. So I really just don't want to take everything out. So since I'm not doing a haul, I decided why not we do a little book update. I have so many books to update you guys on. If you're friends with me on Goodreads, then you'll know what kind of books I've been reading, and I've been reading a lot these past 2 months. I think since that last vlog, I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 books. So I guess let's talk about it. It's been a few hours now. It's like 8:40. I'm a grandma, so I'm going to get ready for bed right now. Tomorrow I have 0 plans. It's I'm kind of ready for this day to be over. I'm just exhausted. Okay, never mind. These are wet. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm tired. Let's just get ready for bed. It's 9:30 right now. I actually woke up at 6 o'clock and very spontaneously I decided I wanted to go see a movie this morning. So here we are back in my bathroom. I put like pomade in my hair, but I feel like my hair just looks really greasy. But at the same time, like, isn't that kind of like the point? I don't know. I don't normally put on makeup when I'm going to go see the movies, especially if I'm just going by myself. But I'm honestly like just kind of in like a low mood and I want to like hype myself up. I want to glam up. I want to feel beautiful. I think it also has to do with the fact that if I was going on a date, I would put on makeup. So it's like, why don't I want to do that even if I'm just going by myself? But like I mentioned, I'm kind of like in a low mood. I think I'm in a place right now where I don't really have like a close knit of friends. I have like a lot of friends, but they're all like in their own friend group. So because of that, I always just kind of end up doing things by myself. And I'm okay with being alone. Like, it's nothing new to me. But I think because I was just on vacation for 10 days with my mom and my brother, we were like this 24/7. And coming from that to now this, there is this like emphasis of my loneliness because it was so nice just being with my mom and my brothers. Also, this angle fucking hurts my back. I'm like, so I think what it is like I'm actually just kind of experiencing grief. If you saw my first YouTube video since my rebrand, then you kind of know how that went. Separating from my mom is always really, really hard. My oldest brother, the one that wasn't able to enter Vietnam, I don't really talk about him because he's been living in Boston for the last 5 years, but he and my other brother were all really close with each other. But he's been back and he's actually staying with us because he and his partner are saving up money for their move, and that's been so nice. And both my brothers have long-term partners and we all work, so it's kind of hard to find time to like spend time with each other. But since my oldest brother moved back to Seattle from Boston, we've just been having such a fun time, and I just really, really appreciate my brothers. So it's just been really nice just laughing again in my home. Like, I never go upstairs. I'm always like in my room, but since my oldest brother came home, we're always like in the living room. And my oldest brother is a really good cook, so he's been cooking me dinner and it's just really nice. The movie doesn't start till 11. I think it's gonna take me like maybe 15 minutes to get there. So I think in the meantime, I'm just gonna edit my YouTube video. I'm on my way to go see Bottoms. I am super excited to go see this film. From my understanding, it is for the girls. It's a girly pop, sapphic, gay film. I did want to go see it with some friends, but honestly, I want to go watch it now and no one is free, so I'm gonna go. Time this week. I got my treat. I also got a caramel frappe. Bottoms with me was really funny, but I do wish I was like not sober. It was really funny. I had a crush on pretty much all the girls. If you're wondering what my McDonald's order is, it's a cheeseburger, medium french fries, and sometimes I'll get a caramel frappe. During the time that I saw the movie though, one of my brothers got COVID. Good morning, guys. It is almost 12 o'clock, but I'm gonna do my skincare. Oh, it's so funny because I feel like TikTok and YouTube get a very different side of me, because obviously on TikTok I am a morning bird. I make these get ready videos super early in the mornings, and on YouTube I'm always like sleeping in, and that's honestly because I'm not a morning person, and I hate that's the way I've kind of marketed myself on TikTok, because I get a lot of questions on how do I wake up so early in the morning, when really it's also a struggle for me too. But even in my genetics test, it literally said I am supposed to wake up at 9 a.m, which sounds about right, but today I woke up at like 10 o'clock, which is actually kind of late for me. I just did not want to wake up, to be honest. My social life has also kind of died down a lot, which is totally okay with me, but I do kind of miss having something to look forward to, because when my life is really busy, I like to keep my weekends pretty open just for myself, but my life hasn't been that busy aside from going to work. So I think I'm feeling just a little extra lonely. I don't know, and it's like finally starting to get cold, and I freaking hate the cold. But once again, I feel like this week just feels like such a blur. This entire week was genuinely like a eat, sleep, go to work, which is just depressing a little bit. But I've been hanging out with my oldest brother a lot, which has been really fun. And my other brother, he got COVID, and I think he gave it to his girlfriend, so he's been isolating with her all week, so we really miss him. But we're all kind of confused where he got COVID, because my mom and I did not test positive. It's okay. Hey guys, I had kind of a shitty day today. I just have not been. I've just been kind of crying nonstop. And I don't know. I just don't feel great. Without saying too much, I've just been. Someone did something in my family that just triggered my childhood wound, and I'm just kind of angry. And my oldest brother is gone. He's staying with his fiance for a few days, and then he's going to Boston again for a week. When his presence is around, I just feel a lot better, similar to when I'm with my mom. So now that he's gone, it just kind of feels like back to this like lonely house, and that just triggers a lot of wounds. I think it's just one of those situations where it's hitting me a little bit more, because I didn't realize how alone I felt living in this house until he came and started living with us again. It's kind of crazy how one person can just change the entire dynamic and environment. That might be saying too much, but I feel so alone here. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready for bed, even though it's like 6:25. I need to wash my hair, wash my face, make dinner.
It was a blur.
Is it possible that some medication you're on could have some progesterone?
Hello you guys. It is so freaking hot, so I'm gonna take my cardigan off. I didn't have to get it until like 9:30, which was really nice. I'm actually headed to my old workplace right now, which I'm so excited about because I miss my old co-workers. I'm also feeling a lot better. Weirdly enough, my mom called me last night, which I wasn't expecting, and she was just telling me how much she misses us and that she's planning to come to Seattle for her birthday, so that makes me really happy. It's currently Friday, it's 7 p.m. right now. I just also posted a TikTok video. I did a little like what I wore to work this week kind of video. That was fun to make because I honestly haven't really been making TikTok videos. Anyways, what a change in my mood. It's been 24 hours since the last time you saw me crying. and look at me now. Honestly, what happened was like I spontaneously texted my friends from my old workplace and I was like, hey, are you working? Because I really miss y'all. And they were like, yes, we are. Like, please come. And we all hung out for like 4 hours. I genuinely didn't realize how much I missed my friends. And no, I'm not going anywhere. I just want to have nice lips on camera. And I don't know why I just stopped going to my old workplace to see them, because I feel like once you move on from a different workplace to another, it's really hard to like keep in contact. But honestly, like my old work family, we were so close. We saw each other every day. We always hung out. We all live really close to each other. So I have no idea why I stopped seeing them, because once you start working 40 hours a week, you don't have time for anything. Life is so exhausting and the weekends get filled up really fast, or you're just like recovering from all like the exhaustion of working all the time. I generally feel like if humans had a 30-hour work week, we would be so much happier. I feel like I would have more time for myself, my friends, my hobbies, things I want to do, self-care, just everything. I just don't have a work and life balance right now. I am tired all the time after work. I don't have energy to do anything. I just get home, take off my makeup, put on my pajamas and watch TV. That's all I do. And when I have someone to do it with, like my brother, it's fun. I'm not complaining. But right now, it's really depressing. I'm rambling at this point, but all I want to say is I made time to see my friends today and I'm so happy that I did. I do not regret it one bit. I really was just planning on seeing them for like half an hour and it ended up just being 4 hours. My friends Theo and Toe, they also gifted me 4 books and I just want to share them with you guys. First things first, I have Yellow Face. This book is by R.F. Kuang and apparently I got a signed version. I'm really excited to read this book, especially because it's written by an Asian author. They also gifted me Immortal by Chloe Gong. Wait, is this by an Asian author too? Wait, they're 24 years old and they wrote a book? Okay, slay. And the fact that I'm 23. I'm sure this is popular. I just haven't heard of it, so I have no idea what this book is about. Okay, it's giving fantasy from what I am reading. They also gifted me Book of Night by Holly Black. I am also really excited to read this book because I've actually have read 3 of the books written by Holly Black, and apparently this one is also set in the same world as The Cruel Prince. They also gifted me Babel. Can we talk about how thick she is? Oh, this is also written by an Asian author. Oh my god. Wait. Oh, I'm kind of stupid. I didn't realize these are the same authors. Oh my god. Babel is also written by R.F. Kuang. Also, I'm really sorry if I'm mispronouncing the last name. It might be Kuang or Kwang or neither. I mean, who has not heard of Babel? I feel like I see this ginormous book every time I go into the bookstore. So these are all the 4 books that I was gifted today. Thank you again, Theo and Toe. I really appreciate this. I honestly feel like this is a sign from the universe where it's like, if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help. I honestly just feel really, really grateful and happy. It may or may not be 11 o'clock. I honestly woke up like an hour ago, but I'm not even gonna explain myself because I feel like it's kind of clear I'm going through a depression. Anyways, I am starving, so I'm making myself some coffee, if you can hear that horrendous sound, but I just want some eggs today. I'm all done up and ready. I'm be honest, I really don't like my outfit, but what can we do? I just don't like the pants that I'm wearing. I don't think it fits with the vibe.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it. Somehow we can't miss out.
I'm not a fast fast reader by any means. I actually think of myself as a slow reader, but I think the reason why I've been getting through a lot of books is because of my Kindle. And I think another reason why I've been going through a lot of books is because I've been reading a lot of thrillers. I'm pretty sure I read like 5 Freida McFadden books all in a row, and a lot of her books are available through Kindle Unlimited, so I've just been kind of binging on all her books. If you're looking for like a light, fun read that's also thriller, I really recommend Freida McFadden, but I'll finish her books in like 2 to 3 days, so I think that's why I've just been going through books left and right. So I read The Housemaid by Freida McFadden, and I also read the sequel called The Housemaid's Secret. I personally like the sequel a lot more to the first one, which I know is rare, but for some reason I really enjoyed the sequel over the original, and I gave it 5 stars. For the original Housemaid, I gave it 4.5. It was such a fun book. I genuinely was like so confused. I was like, what is going on with all like the characters? And then I was like, oh shit. Then I read Never Lie, which was also really fun. I also gave it 4.5 stars. Then I read The Coworker. I gave The Coworker 4 stars. It was really good, but there were some parts where I was just feeling a little bored. So then I read The Perfect Son. I gave this 4 stars. The Perfect Son was honestly like such a fun book to read. I couldn't put that book down as well. I mean, honestly, all her books, I just like couldn't put down. And then I read The Inmate, which I just finished yesterday. I gave The Inmate 3 stars. I think it was my least favorite of Freida McFadden books thus far. Last month I also did finish the Evelyn Hugo book. That to me was like a 4.5 star, or maybe like 4.25. I know that sounds a little ridiculous. To me, like there were definitely some parts, like especially in the beginning, where I was just bored. But I will say I really love Cecilia St. James. I actually cried reading the Evelyn Hugo book. I had like actual tears coming down. I also randomly read The Sorcerer's Stone. I love Harry Potter. I come from a crazy Harry Potter family, and I am a proud Hufflepuff, okay? For some reason I thought I never read the first book, but this was definitely like my second or third time reading The Sorcerer's Stone. And then I did start Shatter Me by Tahira Moffi. Okay, so I kind of lied on my Goodreads. I said I finished it, but I actually did not finish it. I got through 48% of it, and then I had to return it back to the library. I'm just being honest, I wasn't really enjoying the book. I feel like if I did read it in middle school though, I would have fucking loved that shit. I would have been like, oh my God, this is so good. But as a 23-year-old, I just did not like it. But I still want to finish the series because I heard so many great things about it from Haley Pham. So I think what I'm gonna do is just buy it on my Kindle and just continue finishing it on here.